Hi there, it's Chris, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to deal with storage issues on Procreate. I've had a number of emails over the years, and one of my lovely customers today reminded me of it, so I thought, you know what, let's just do a video and I'll show you how you can attempt to lessen the load of Procreate. And you're working along and your thing says you have run out of storage, and how frustrating is that? We've all been there. I've been there a million times, and yeah, it really wrecks your workflow. So let's dive in and see what the problem is. So if you actually look at Procreate, you can go into your general settings. You can see how much space it's taking. So you can see here, I actually have quite a bit of space. I do have a large hard drive. I use this obviously as my primary tool for business, so that is why. So I appreciate not everyone's going to have that size. But when people ask me about what iPad should I purchase, I always say, depending on your budget, just whatever you can afford, get as much room as possible, because Procreate does take up a lot of space. Now, Procreate actually itself doesn't take up a lot of space. As you'll see here, if you look, it actually is very small. The app itself is very light, but your documents are the ones that take up all this wonderful space. And especially when we're artists, we use fairly large canvases and a lot of layers. So all these things add up. So Procreate saves everything inside the app. Every canvas, every layer, every time-lapse recording, it all lives there. So even if you finished a piece months ago, years ago, it's still sitting on your iPad taking up space. So the more you create, the bigger Procreate gets, which is great for creativity, but not so great for storage. All right, so let's figure out how we can reduce some file size here. So what I do every month, and every completion of a project, I will go and back that up to an external service like Dropbox or Google Drive or whatever. I like to have two, just again, because this is business. I just want to make sure I doubly have a backup. So I do upload it to two separate Dropbox accounts just so I have a double backup. So it's really easy to do. You're just going to go in, you can select a couple of files if you want, or you can do one at a time, and you can just go share. And you can share in the Procreate format, because I want to keep that original format. So I'm just going to say share, and it's going to export. So then you're going to just select Dropbox or whatever service you're using. And then you're going to go and find your folder that you want to put it in. You can create a new folder for this project and name it. And away you go. Create and upload. So that's where I keep all of my uploads in there. So it's really simple to do. And once that's done, you can go ahead and actually delete them from Procreate. Now that's going to take away a lot of file size. So you have it. Now I would, before you go deleting anything, make sure you go into your Dropbox and double, triple check that it is there. So again, like I said, I like to do it in two spots just to be doubly safe, but if you're comfortable with just one remote service, then go for it. And then you are safe to delete, but do go on there and double check as always. Before you ever export anything, my biggest tip is to name your canvases. I know it takes a minute. I'm not the best at this, but I have also made the mistake of not doing it and having to go back, and you can't tell what is what, because Dropbox will not show the image, and I'm not sure about other services, but it doesn't show the image because it's a Procreate file, not a JPEG, so you won't know what it is. It'll just say fairy tale canvas or whatever your canvas is called, and it's very confusing. So I recommend writing in what it is, and you can be even more descriptive than that, of course, but just do that first, and it'll save you so much time later on down the road when you want to revisit these projects and import them back in. I hope you're having fun enjoying this tutorial so far. If you'd like to take your drawing and painting skills in Procreate to the next level and do it in a way that feels relaxing and joyful, then check out my courses over at prettylittlelines.com. You'll find lots of different styles, step-by-step lessons, and in-depth teaching that I'm sure will spark your creativity and inspire you. There's something for everyone, especially beginners, and I think you'll really enjoy what's waiting there. I'll leave a link for you in the description below so you can check it out. But for now, let's jump back into the lesson and keep creating together. So another way we can save some space is by deleting the time-lapse data. So if you go to the wrench and find video, you'll see the time-lapse there. Now, if you'd like to keep it, you can always export it. So you can just go here and do full length and export that to wherever you wish. Again, you can just choose Dropbox and put it in there. Or if you don't want it, or if you've saved the Procreate file, it'll still have it on there. You can just go ahead and tap that and say purge, and that will get rid of a load of hidden space. So you can go do that for all of your canvases and you'll be surprised at how much you'll save there. Another way you can reduce file size is by creating a smaller canvas. So let's say that you have a nice piece of artwork that you like to keep, but it's, for practice. It's not something that you're using for sale or for a big project or whatever. You can go ahead and just make that canvas smaller. So you want to keep it, but you just want to have it a bit smaller. So all you have to do is go ahead and select all of your layers. Mine is in a group, so that'll make it a little bit easier. Select all the layers, tap on that arrow, reduce this. You can see here it has the little information there. So maybe we'll just go to about half the size here. Go to your wrench, go to your canvas, crop and resize. You can go to the settings and tap on resample canvas. It will keep it so it's the same aspect ratio, you see? And then you can just go here, make it a bit smaller, tap on that check mark, and away you go. So now you've reduced it by quite a bit as well. And lastly, the other thing you can do is just reduce your layer size. So if you'd like to keep your canvases on Procreate and still back them up, I still encourage you to do that, especially if you're going to make any adjustments to your final major artwork. If it's practice, don't worry as much, but if it is a final piece that you really want to keep, you can always merge all of your layers together. So of course you can pinch your clipping masks together, that kind of thing, or do the whole thing. I have mine in a group because there's so many of them, as you can see. Like, think about how much space that's taking up. I'm just gonna go and tap on that and say flatten, and then I can keep that as one layer. So I still have it in my gallery, but I have it in a far smaller size. So I won't lose it, I just won't be able to edit it. So again, backing up your working file, so to speak, would be a way better idea first. So once you have your files backed up to a cloud service or an external hard drive, then you are free and safe to feel comfortable removing them completely from your iPad, which is obviously going to save you the most space, or reducing those files. So you still have another version on your iPad still, but that is a far more condensed and smaller files. So hopefully that will help give you a little bit more time, a little bit more space on your iPad. So a little maintenance goes a long way and it keeps Procreate fun and hopefully frustration free. So hopefully that was helpful and you enjoyed today's video. Not as visually stunning as usual, but I hope that was some information that actually really helps you and solves your problems. If you did like this video and it helped you out, I'd love a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one.